Yeah. Um, great existing. Yes, great existing, great existing, great existing. How y'all doing? Y'all doing all right? You doing all right? All right. Don't take that no type of way that I'm asking you, are you okay? When someone asks you, are you okay? It's actually a pleasant thing to ask. Um, Recently, I had asked someone, are they okay? And the technology of their mind could not respond because the technology of their mind was outdated, where I guess they go through experiences where, you know, they don't never care for themselves. So when someone that has that type of technology in their mind that care about themselves, you know what I mean, that ask others, are you okay? They don't know how to respond. It's all good though. I ain't mad at them. Mm-mm-mm. So, what are we talking about? It's great that you're great. All third dimensional characters, I'm gonna go ahead and put my disclaimer up here. All third dimensional characters, I would tell you that if you're looking for self destruction, you're not gonna find it on the station. Okay, all right. Um, if you're destroying yourself, I would love for you to please get away from me, kindly. As in, come here, come here, come here, come here. See those people that just left? That's the truth. That's the truth. See, let me say something. People that are in the process of self destroying themselves are not allowed to be around individuals that are self uplifting themselves. You know that, right? Yes. Yes. See, listen, everyone say in this world that we are all connected, right? That's what they say. But when it comes down to intelligence, if we were all connected, right? Right now, then everyone be operating with themselves. Seem as though a lot of people are operating with a character that has nothing to do with self, though. But that's your own decision. Or if you think it's your decision. Because a lot of people think in this world that they're making their own choices and that they're making their own decisions. And in our reality, they're not. Consciously, if you know what you are doing, yeah, you realize you create your own decisions. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, look at it from this standpoint. When you create your own decisions, are you decoding what I'm saying in order to find the gem within the sentence of what I'm saying? When you create your own decisions, you own your decisions. You didn't create that job, someone else created it for you. So let me ask you a question. Are you in a time of their decisions, or are you in a time of your own decisions? Because remember, in order for it to be your decision, you have to create it from front to back. You can't take credit for someone else creating a decision for you. As in most people, when you ask them, what is your decision? My decision is to work. No, you didn't create the decision. So that's not your decision. Someone else that created that job created the mindset and the decision that you are making right now. So how is it your decision if they created it? And see, a lot of people, they got to get out of that mindset of taking credit for others people's creations. You see what I'm saying? So when you ask people, what is your decisions? Majority of the decisions come down to someone else creating the decision for them. So it's not their decision. You get it? All right. I'm gonna say this to all people. Anybody that is within the religious community, please get away from me. Um, Anybody that has self-destruction within them, please get away from me kindly. I don't want to be harassed, nor do I want to harass you. So I know with Jesus people, the minute I speak too much truth is the minute that the technology of your mind go back into a Luciferian stage where you want to harm me, try to destroy me. And this is why I say to religion people, how could you be of God if you trying to cause destruction on someone else? All right. So I'm gonna get you away from me real quick. I don't live in a false reality of like made up gods. I don't live in that reality. And I would tell others, please do not force your reality onto me. You got it? All right. Realize the things that I'm speaking of, I'm not forcing on you. You came to my live to listen. Okay? Great. All right. Nick Wave, let me say something to you. You said, so we have no decisions, only if you create them. If you create your own decisions, you own your decisions. But if you never create them, it's no sense on lying to yourself, right? And saying that it's my decision to work. No, it's not your decision to work. It is nothing more than you accepting someone else's decision in order to work. Remember, the person that created the job, right? They were the one thinking about you working for them, you being a slave to them. Understand that? So when you say to yourself that it's my decision to work, it's not your decision because someone else created that decision for you to work. You did not create anything. You didn't create it. So if you didn't create it, right? If you didn't create it, it's not your decision. What you're doing is this, and you can do this. You can do this if you want. You could lie to your own mind and tell your own mind, it's my decision. Furthermore, I just want you to understand, with the technology of your mind, remember, your voice is a vibration. Remember, your voice is the voice command to the mind, along to the eyes as well. So let me ask you a question. When you are lying to yourself, right, aren't you not the one that is programming the technology of your mind to become a lie to yourself? See, what we do is this. We put the technology of our eyeballs on the outside of us, and we never look at what we doing. So when someone come to you that is looking at what their selves are doing and tell you what you are doing, you're not going to see what you're doing because you never pay attention to yourself. You pay attention to others, which means is this. If you never give any attention to the technology of your mind, it lets me know you don't have the characteristic to reprogram your own mind. You're waiting for someone else on the outside of you to do that for you. That is nothing more than an outdated mindset because no one can sit your vessel down, make you sit down, and make you become better. That's only your decision. You have to reprogram your own mind on your own. Understand that when it comes to the technology of the mind, the things that are on the outside of you, understand that the technology of the mind is hardware. Okay? You can go look up what hardware is. Hardware will consist of your phones, your laptops, your televisions. All these are different hardwares. But the projector, right, is the software of what you are receiving. Let me dumb that down and then go to the top of the pyramid of what I'm saying. Your mind is technology. Your whole vessel is technology. This is biotech. Understand this. When it comes to the technology of the vessel can integrate with other technologies that are within it, also on the outside of it. It's like a Bluetooth device. Understand that. This is why when you see all the technology around you, understand that all technology came from you first. That's something that you have to understand with yourself. That's not something I had to understand. I know who I am. You have to find who you are. So let's just get into this a step further. When it comes down to the technology of what we integrate with, right? Understand that the hardware receives software. What software am I talking about? There's plenty forms of software. Within software, there's information. What software would I be talking about that the hardware, right, of these eyes will integrate with? Let me ask you a question. What are you doing right now? You would say to yourself, I am watching God Why on TikTok. That's not what you're doing. This is why I say spend time with yourself in order to know what self is doing. Because when you don't spend time with self in order to know what self is doing, you would say to yourself, I'm watching General Y God on TikTok. And that's not really what it is. So, with that being said, I'm going to say this. I see a lot of you like Arabian people, right? You want to get on my live. I don't know who you people are. I don't know who you are. I don't. So could you stop doing that? Right. We have no correlation with each other. We have no ties to each other. None of that. So we're not the same. Okay? All right. So we don't have the same technology, nor do we have the same information. With that being said, for both guys, those both Arabian guys that just send me that message, stop doing that. Stop. I'm talking, right? Which means I'm not a computer program. Which means I know that you're a computer program because on a simple fact, computer programs have no self-respect. Which is self-respect, as in when someone else is speaking, you don't interrupt them. So I don't want to speak to you because I know that you're a computer program. If you were a real character, you can identify that I'm a real character and what you were naturally done, right? Because if it's operating with self, it's going to operate the same way I operate, right? So what you would have done was you would have inboxed me, okay? All right. I know a lot of y'all little Arabian kids is happy to see me, but the way you're coming in is the way I'll drive off on you, okay? All right. With that being said, keep the rudeness to yourself, right? And I'm going to keep on doing what I'm doing, okay? All right. You just came here to listen. You didn't come here to talk to me, okay? All right. There we go. Decline. Y'all can send some more if y'all like to. But anyways, back to what I was saying. Those are nothing more than third dimensional programs. Anyways, back to what I was saying. So when it comes down to the technology of this vessel, right? Understand that my question that I asked to you was, what are you doing right now? No one can answer. Lets me know that no one is present. Cool, I understand. But let's get into this a step further, right? Shout out to all the people that's on YouTube that is watching me. Appreciate you kindly. But let's get into this a step further. When I asked y'all, what are you doing right now, right? You would say to me, you are watching me. That is not what the technology of your eyes, nor is the technology of your mind doing. That is what you have been programmed to believe that's what you've been doing, right? But I know better. You can never watch someone. The technology of the eye, right? Analyze and record. What do you mean? Well, understand that this is not a physical world anymore. When you integrate it with someone else's knowledge, right? Well, history, they told you that this was a physical world, right? That was a lie. This is more of a digital world. There you go. Operating with what? Technology. There you go. So, understand it like this. If this is no longer a physical world, Okay. And this is a digital world. Everything consists of technology. Now, watch this. When it comes to the portals of your eyes, right? When you listen to other people history that is outdated technology, right? They would tell you that dark portals are on the outside of you. They would tell you that dark portals are in space. Yeah. I mean, you got to think. The technology of the European mind is to make itself, right, believe into things that are not even there, which means it has the characteristic of lying to itself. Cool. I'm going to get into this. Give me a second. Now, listen. When we speak about all the things that are on the outside of us, and we never pay attention to what's within us, the technology of your mind will be lost. Let me show you. Remember what I had just said earlier. I had said that you think that you're watching me. No. The technology of the eyes analyze and record the data of what is recorded. So understand this is a technology world, right? So what you are seeing is data. Your eyes are analyzing and recording the data of what I'm sending to you. What am I sending to you? Information. Information of what? The technology of the mind. Now, in your world, you would say to me, you're watching me. That's not what you're doing, though. I'm not even in your world. But I'm looking at the technology of the vessel. And when I look at the technology of the vessel, right, I understand that the masters of self, right, they pay more attention to self in order to master self, in order to master this world. Let me show you something real quick. Would you put a table or a certain electronic device, would you work on it without the menu? You would probably say no. Well, if you say no to that, then a lot of people are in this technology world and they're operating without their own menu of themselves. As in, let me show you. About, let's say, 2 generations before us, right? Let me show you something. When it comes to knowing of yourself, knowing the technology of your mind, understand that 2 generations did not do that. Okay? So when it comes down to information of self or information of the technology of the mind, a lot of individuals are not going to understand because a lot of individuals don't understand self. A lot of individuals understand this. Watch. Give them a job, give them a house, give them a car. Okay? Give them some money. Cool. After that, give them a couple of bills. All right. Give them about $35 an hour. And guess what happens? The picture sounds good, doesn't it? Give you $35 an hour, give you a house, a car. What else I can give you? Give you a dog. What else I can give you? Give you a wife and give you some kids. And everything great, ain't it? Watch this. Let me show you how technology works. And this is happening to 2 different generations. Generation Y and Z, we're operating differently from the past 2 generations. Can I ask you a question? How did Jeff Bezos become Jeff Bezos? Let me say this. Nick Wave, who are you referring it to? Referring that to yourself or the corporations that own the technology of people's vessels? No, let me get back to what I was saying. when it came down to the two generations before us, yeah, if the if let me just go ahead and answer your question real quick. So what you're saying is, so it's their decision and influence. Yeah, if they created the job, they created the decision. You had to upgrade the technology of your mind to understand that you didn't create the decision or the influence. They did. They own the decision. You don't. I know that we have like adults before me. Y'all have been programmed to take credit for other people's decisions. That's old world order. That's a lie. As in, when you come to me as the new world order and you say to me, I made a decision to work. You didn't make that decision. Let's go all the way back and see if you actually make that decision. The key thing was make. Understand with the technology of your mind, always hear self first. So self can self-describe what you are saying. Okay. Make the decision. Make is very identical to the word create. So if you didn't create the decision, how is it your decision? Get out of the mindset of a mindset that has been downloaded in you and the technology of your mind of taking credit for other people's creations. That's a cheat and a lie to yourself. So let's just really get into this because I talked about this in past lives. When you create the decision, you own the decision. Listen to me. When you create the decision, you own the decision. I'm going to say to you, question yourself. Don't question me anymore. Okay? Question yourself in your own belief system. The belief system was a system that was downloaded within the technology of your mind in order to make you believe into things on the outside of you. Right. When you believe into things, guess what happened? Believe. Believe. You're not decoding the words in order to hear what the fuck they saying. If you believe into things, you do what? You leave yourself. Believe. Believe, like, yeah, believe. Like, I'm leaving myself in order to what? Believe in their so-called what? Lies. You don't see that word in front of you? You thought that was a good word, don't you? I know. But when the technology of your mind is not focused on self, self is not going to decode things for you. Because you're looking for me to decode it for you, right? You'll never get the upgrades. You'll never get the upgrades. Because you're not questioning you. You look at me and you say, let me question you. Questioning me, you'll never know. You understand it, right? You understand that it's reverse. Everything you're doing to me, you have to do for yourself. So me, I don't really ask people too many questions because I realize like my questions were designed for me to question myself in order for me to know myself. That's how technology moves. But people's technology of their minds have been recalibrated, right? Where you think that is normal to question others and not even question yourself. And then humans have a belief system of this. When it comes to the technology of the voice is the command. The commander of who? The commander of the mind. So let me ask you a question. You got two different voices, your voice and their voices. Let me ask you a question. Watch this. Does the technology of your mind and the technology of your voice integrate with each other? Dumb it down. Do your mind and your voice communicate with each other? Dumb it down more. There we go. Do you speak to yourself? There you go. All right. I'm gonna get into this a little bit more. Please do not follow me on TikTok. Please follow me on YouTube. Do not follow me here. Hey, what's up, YouTube? How you doing? You're doing great? What's up? Don't follow me here. Don't do that. Yeah, don't follow me here. Follow me on YouTube. The same name that you see at the top, right? You see where my goal is at in front of you that you can read? You can see that in front of you, right? All right, follow over there. Don't follow over here. I'm not going to be here this long. You think I'm going to be here this long on TikTok? No, I'm not. No. Why would I? Why would I? People don't want to be intelligent. Why do you think I appear at 3 a.m. when everyone is asleep? Because all the technologies of minds that are integrated with the third dimensional world, they don't want to. You think they want to see me? No. And I don't want to see them either. It'd be great that the technology of their minds think that the third dimensional world is real. So follow me on YouTube. The name that you see at the top without the number, yes, is my YouTube name. Okay? So we're going to get into this a little bit more further. Nick Wave said that $35 an hour, car, house, dog, and kids, you were onto something. I'm listening. I'm going to get back into it. I ain't forgot. Now, let's get into this a little bit more. We all came here for our life decisions. Well, let me rephrase that. We all came here for our life experiences. We came here to experience self. Let's go all the way back. Let's see if you remember yourself. Is this your first lifetime? For some people, I'll go ahead and answer that question. For majority of the human conscious, human data that has been downloaded inside of people's minds, you would think that this is your first rodeo show, right? I know most human consciousness have to lie to the technology of their mind. I understand that. Most people are liars to themselves first. I understand. I would never be a liar to myself, though. I can master the lies of lower self, but I would never be a liar to myself. That's what I would never do. So let's get into this a little bit more. Let me see what they said. Okay, so anyways, let me keep on going what I'm talking about. The $35 an hour, right, that I was talking about earlier. Now, everyone, right, majority of 80% of people think that they're choosing their own life decisions. Now listen, in this lifetime, you came here to experience yourself, right? Watch this. There's two worlds that are playing at one time, and they're in front of you. It's not hiding. Let me ask you a question, though. Are you operating with the technology of your mind on its own? Or are you operating with the technology of the subconscious? That the mind, right, is connected to the subconscious, which is integrated, and that the both of these consciousnesses are sharing information amongst each other. Now that is you sharing information. Imagine this. Imagine you having a higher self that you mastered. Okay? That higher self comes to you at a certain lifetime. Why you think majority of your men, right, be held down, because they know at a certain age or a certain lifetime, what naturally happens is the technology of the subconscious connects with the technology of the mind. If you understand yourself, if you understand yourself more deeper, you'll understand that it goes back more than just that. The mind and the subconscious were already integrated with each other, but no one is asking the questions of how did they get disconnected from each other? Let me go back to what I was talking about with the $35 an hour. I know this shit, this rabbit hole, it goes very deep. I would say to you, my guy, follow me on YouTube. Please do not follow me on TikTok. Thank you kindly. I know what you just asked. What's your YouTube name? Oh, it's right there at the top without the number. Got it? All right, let's keep on going. So, let me get back to that $35 an hour real quick before I speed up and go into something else. Let's just go from the very beginning. The key thing that I would say to you is that you came here to experience yourself. Understand that? You came here, when you experience yourself, you came here to experience your self decisions, your life decisions. You came here to basically experience you, not anyone else. Don't get me wrong, you're going to have shared experiences with others, but those shared experiences are based on what you command in your life. Understand that? Okay? So listen, I'm gonna ask you a question. You got $35 an hour. You got a job. You got a mortgage. You got a car note. You got kids, and you got a wife. You got 6 different things, right? 6. I'm gonna ask you a question. If you never accepted this job, which is someone else creating a decision for you, because you didn't create Amazon, you didn't create Walmart, so you didn't create your own decision. I'm gonna rephrase that one more time. The job that you are at, right, is that your decision? I got it. The job that you are at, I'm gonna repeat that one more time. And really hear me, bro. The job that you are at, that's your own decision? Slow, bro. Because I'm giving you, I'm decoding it in front of you. I'm surprised you ain't grabbing it. I'm saying it in front of you. Slow it down to the technology of mind so you can catch up. You're not slow. I know you're not. So you're saying to me, he's probably going to back out the live. I get it. When the technology of mind catch up, it's like, oh shit. So I'm stuck in someone else's reality. Yes. But come here. You can lie. You can lie to yourself. You don't have to be honest with yourself. You can lie to yourself if you want to, but understand that you're lying to yourself. Understand that when you project lies onto yourself, you're changing the dimension of the reality of what you are in into lies. So, notice about 5 people left, right? When it comes down to the truth, and you tell them, like, you're telling me those are not your decisions because you did not create them. Question yourself in order to know yourself. Don't question me. I'm looking at the action of what you are doing. Do you pay attention to the action and the data of what you are doing? No. So you pay attention to the action of what Will Smith is doing, Jada Pinkett. Yeah, I know. Programs. In order to program your mind, in order for you to go through the same experience, it was nothing more than data. So, with that being talked about, what I realize is that a lot of people are stuck in a delusional spell that they have put in on themselves. As in, they can't even be honest with themselves and say, yeah, this really not even my decision because I didn't create the decision. You didn't create it. You thought about working for them. And then you didn't even create the thought. You didn't even really create the thought because on a simple fact, the thought was Amazon. Okay, well, Jeff Bezos thought about that first and created it. So how is it your thought? Our thoughts are not even ours because we don't own them. How is your thought? I want to work for Amazon. That is not your thought. That was Jeff Bezos' thought. And you're taking credit for it. And that's what's wrong with society. We really think with the technology of our minds that, oh, I'm making my own decision. I was talking to a chick 2 days ago and I had to cut her off because I realized she was a liar to herself. I wasn't going to tell her no truth. You know why? Because I would like to watch her lifespan, right? In order to see what she's going to do. She's already within a lie already that she think is true. So I'll just watch the data of you, of your lying reality, right? And what I'll do is I'll transfer that data from her to me. What do I mean by that? As in, I look at your downfalls that you created and I make them uplifting for me. You can learn from people that fall down and you can learn from people that go up. You can learn from both lanes. I don't want to fall down. Okay, so I'm paying attention to people that's falling down majority of the time. That way I don't fall down. You get it? You can learn from anyone. I know some people like, so you can learn from people that choose to be stupid to themselves. Yes, you can. That's the truth. So let's just get into this a little bit more. When we say, I am making my own, watch this. When we say to ourselves, I am making my own decisions, the I. Don't be fucking lost here now. I, okay, am my own decisions. Okay. Where if you are your own decisions, why don't you own your decisions? Because if you don't own the decision, it was never your decision. See, Jeff Bezos, I'm going to show you how this shit work. Okay? So you can understand what is going on with the people that choose to be a slave. I'm going to show you. Come here. So, can I ask you a question? What does the technology of your mind see when you look at Amazon? What do you see? Tell me what you see. Because understand that what you see and what I see are two different things. How do you think Jeff Bezos became Jeff Bezos? Jeff Bezos is not who you think it is. I know that. How do you think he became that, though? How do you think he became so successful? I'm going to tell you this one time. Working the job, right? I did my Google research. I didn't see 1 millionaire or 1 trillionaire or 1 billionaire. Okay, so who is he? You don't know who Jeff Bezos is? Damn. But you know what Amazon is, right? Damn. If you don't know who he is really, you don't need to know. If you can't decode what he's sitting in front of you, you can't decode what he is, you don't need to know. You don't. If you can't see what I'm seeing in order for him to become what he is, then yeah, you just don't know. You probably don't need to know. Don't ask me in order to know either. Don't ask me. Ask yourself in order to know what he is. Don't ask me though. No, ask yourself in order to know, okay? All right. Ask yourself. Don't ask me. That way, when you ask yourself what he is, you'll be like, okay, I actually know what the fuck he is. Right, there you go. Ask yourself what it is. If yourself never tell you, then that means you're not operating the truth of self. The technology of your mind is not operating within truth. You got it? All right, in order to know what he is. I'm surprised you don't know who he is yet. They want you to just tell me who he is. I'm not a third dimensional character, so you have to do some type of self-research in order to know who he is. But I would tell you that's not Jeff Bezos, though. That's what I will tell you. Okay. Go ahead and put what's the little boy name? Whatever your little name is. I'm gonna go ahead and put you in your place. It seems like listen to me. Listen to me for 1 second. It seems like the technology of your mind is outdated. I'm not mad at Jeff Bezos. How did you assume that? Oh, I get it. You're hold on, stop. I get it. You're looking at me on TikTok, right? Watch this. This is so funny in this third dimensional world. You're looking at me on TikTok and you're assuming that I'm talking bad about Jeff Bezos. I'm not even doing that. Oh, my bad. The technology of your mind, right, is outdated. So he can't see exactly what I'm doing. He doesn't see exactly what I'm doing. He doesn't? Damn. That's crazy. He doesn't see that I'm talking about Jeff Bezos created people's life decisions. He doesn't see that though, because the technology of his mind is outdated. Let me ask him a question. Getting a job is your own life decision, right? Let's watch how the mind answer and not answer to the direct question, but try to build up something in the background. Watch this. This is the question I was asking. No, what you're doing is you're assuming that I'm talking about that. I wasn't talking about that. I can give a fuck about Jeff Bezos' monies or anything like that. What I was looking at what Jeff Bezos do that you can't do, nor can you see, that he creates people's decisions. You know the job that you at? Yeah, your boss created that decision. You don't own that decision, so they created it. That's what I'm talking about. You want to talk about that? Because if you don't want to talk about that, right? Hold on real quick. Let me sit him down real quick because he's talking way too much. Let me mute you real quick. There we go. You're talking like way too much, okay? All right. This is my class, okay? You follow me. I don't follow you, okay? All right. Give me 1 second, people. That's not really a conversation that's really important right now. I'm pretty sure there's other guys that want to listen to something that's really important. So he's not really important. So let's just get into this real quick. People understand that your decisions that you think you created, you did not create at all. You don't own your decisions. You don't even own your thoughts. Because think, the technology of the mind, right, receives. The technology of the subconscious projects. But let me ask you a question. The decisions that you're going to make, right, as in you are going to go to the store. Your decision of what you want to make is to buy what? Food. Okay. I hear you. But the decision that you're making, right, in order to purchase that food, you don't even own that decision. You don't. Stop. Let me slow it down for you so you can understand. Do you own the decision in order to have people pay for items, you don't own the company. So how do you own that decision? Look, I'm going to rewind it for you one more time so you can understand. Your decision is to do what? Grocery shop. In order to grocery shop, you have to have what? Money. In order to go inside the store, you have to have what? Money. Okay, watch this. If you, don't understand that if you don't own the company, you don't own the decision. Watch. I'm going to make the decision in order to integrate the technology of my mind with the technology of who? Mother Gaia. Who is Mother Gaia? The planet, baby. Watch this. I'm going to say something else about it. It's because you're choosing it. That's what I would say to you. But watch this. In order to pull my technology of my mind out of their mindsets that were downloaded within the technology of my mind, what do I have to do? I have to integrate the technology of my mind with who? The technology of Mother Gaia that you call the ground or soil. So disrespectful. Anyways, what would I do? I would learn from her. How to do what? I would learn the information of her in order how to plant seeds, grow certain things. That way, guess what? Guess what happens? I own all these fruits, which means I own the decision of going outside to the farm because I own the farm. I own the fruit, which means I own the information within the fruit. Understand that the apple was what? Technology. You didn't realize that. You thought it was just an apple. I'm not looking at what you're looking at. You can only see 1% of the light spectrum. Let me ask you a question. How long do you sun gaze? How long do you receive information from the solar energy of this planet that you now call the sun? So let's just get into the shits. Let's get into this. Now, if I decide to step away from this matrix that were designed within the conscious, a lot of people look at the outside world and say, oh, it's the matrix on the outside. Stop. The matrix was downloaded within your mind. What am I talking about? This shit get funny. We're going to talk about it. Let me ask you a simple question. You ever heard of anything called conscious transfers? Anybody want to answer that? Anybody want to answer that? Before I get to that, I need to go back to one thing. That way everyone understands this. When it comes to what I was just saying earlier about me changing my own reality, right? By saying I want to know how to grow my own fruits, my own berries. With that decision, I'm within creation. Do you understand what I'm saying? The mind has to be in a creation mind state in order for it to create for self. Understand that? As in, when I go outside, instead of going to the grocery store, right, I will own farmland. That farmland, right, is the source in the information of what I should eat from. Why? Because I am the technology that is integrating with the technology of Mother Nature, right? We are both giving information to each other in order to make what? Fruits, berries, nuts, seeds, whatever you want. But it takes you to do that in order to own that type of information, because realize that food was identical to the word fool. You can only be a fool in order to believe what you eating is food. You don't see it? It's in front of your face. You don't see it, do you? Decoder. I got him right here. What's that you eating right there? They're gonna call it food right here. Okay, I got him right here. Read. I always read. Let me see. See the back of the label right here? I'm an information junkie. I got him right here. What's the information on the back? It's artificial ingredients. Oh, hell no. The body's biotech. Right. Why would you feed yourself artificial ingredients that refer to artificial intelligence for the mind? The first, stop. Understand that you have people that are what? CPUs, NPCs, and computer programs. Okay. So if that is true, where's the information that the technology of the mind, the software, that the hardware of the vessel, the mind, is integrating with? You got to ask those questions, bro. You got to ask those questions, because I'm going to ask those questions, and I'm going to get fucking answers, bro. So let me ask you a question. Everyone is paying attention. Watch this. You don't see the setups coming sometimes. Why are they making this big ass thing called AI? Because watch this, when one of your ancestors come in here and tell you like, yeah, the first AI system is not the AI system in 2020. What's this shit called? 2023. You think this is the first AI system? You make me laugh. You make me laugh. The first AI system that was downloaded in this motherfucker was way happened a long time ago. And people are following it in order to become a what? An artificial race. Because races of people are not even real. Set up. If race was really real, then why is it that everyone choose a color? Okay. If a race is real, okay, then that means that, let's just really get into this. How could you take a word, right, that refers to only one race? What race am I referring to? Oh, there's only one race. What race am I referring to though? Oh, the Olympic race, the one that Hitler was at. That's the only race that's there. That's it. When it comes down to race is nothing more than a man-made system. You say you are black, you say you are white, you say you're Hispanic, or let me rephrase that. You say you are black, you say you are white, you say you are brown. Okay, but when I go into the technology of your blood, right, when I go into the technology of your DNA, it don't ring up as such. So let me ask you a question. Are artificial races not liars to themselves? Because if the technology of your mind is artificial, then of course you accept an artificial race. Watch. What do I mean? Watch this. How do you become an artificial race? Oh, it's simple. Can I ask you a question? Can I ask you a question? Is the technology of your mind alive? I mean, it can't be. Is it? Is the technology of your mind alive now? Oh, no. All that's about to get clear. So let's get into this real quick. When it comes down to the technology of your mind, this is what I ask people all the time. Are you alive? Or are you going through an experience of death? Or are you going through an experience of life? Understand, when it comes down to the technology of the mind is an information receiver. The technology of the subconscious is the information what? Projector. What do I mean by that? As in, watch. Generate a thought real quick. Generate a thought. Generate the thought. Okay. Do you see what your mind is doing right now? It's creating a thought. Can I ask you a question? Where is the thought located at? Within you, within the technology of the mind. Okay, cool. Is the thoughts in front of you yet? No. Even though you're visualizing it, it's not within the third dimension just yet. It's still within a dimension located within the technology of your what? Your mind, your subconscious. So let me ask you a question. When you generate a thought, right? What are you really doing? Are you really generating a thought, or are you doing this? If you're generating a thought, you're getting the intel of what you need to do. Think. Your thought was, I need new credit cards. You just gave yourself intel. You thinking you're thinking? No. Think. They thinking over there. That's not what they doing. That's why I said your thoughts are not your thoughts. I simply said was this. I want new credit cards. What are you doing? What are you really doing though? Pay attention to what you're doing. Because if you said that you want new credit cards, isn't your voice, the technology of your voice, not voice command to the technology of your ears, and the technology of the voice command of your voice, right, is a vibration that's being sent within your ears to the technology of your mind. You're not the one informing yourself. Oh, you better be asking self questions in order to get what? Self answers. So you think you were thinking. I know. As a third dimensional character, we all been programmed like that. But really think. If I'm saying to myself, I want new credit cards. Okay, I want new credit cards. My thoughts are to inform the technology of my mind. This is why I ask you, do you use the voice command of your mouth, right? To the voice to command the mind to do things? Understand, you are a church worshiper. I understand. Let me ask you a question. You have 10 commandments? Okay, if you can listen to 10 commandments on the outside of you, why are you not listening to the commandments within you? What? Oh, I get it. You can only listen to voices on the outside of you? Whoa. That means that you're living everyone else's experiences. When someone tells you something, what are you thinking they're really doing? Do you think that they're actually telling you something, or are they programming the technology of your mind in order to do what they want you to do? What? You thought it was a conversation. Right. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the action of what both technologies are doing amongst each other. You got it? All right. So let's just get into this really quick. When you own yourself, this has nothing to do with money. When you own self, you own the knowledge of self, you own self-thoughts, self-love, self-care, self-understanding. You understand? Money is nothing more than a tool. Money has never been your happiness. Let me show you what people do. I was talking to this woman the other day. I said, what is your aspiration in life? She told me my aspiration in life is to have a lot of money. I said, okay, can I ask you a question? She said, yeah. I said, when you get that money, will you be happy? And she said, yes, I will be happy. I walked away from her. I told her, you have a nice one on your journey. She didn't understand herself of what her words was creating for herself. Understand that you are thinking that me and you are having a conversation. I get it, woman. You can think whatever you want. But I understand that the technology of your mind was visualizing yourself and creating a reality for you. That way, when you receive the money, you would be happy. What you said came to light. Okay. So if what you said came to light, aren't you not controlling your own reality? Only if women, if you operating within the goddess within you. Woman, if you're operating with the woman in you, you're gonna be lost. But if you're operating within the goddess in you, then you understand yourself. Then you understand how the technology of who you are integrates within this realm right here. But a lot of people are playing woman, and the technology of the woman is outdating herself. You understand? Come here. Let me show you. Are you unique as a woman? What do I mean as unique as a woman? As in simply as this. Are you the only copy of yourself, or can I find other individuals just like you? Understand, something that is unique is only cannot be copied. It's only itself. Something that is ununique, I could find a million of you. And you're not unique. You're all the same. What do I mean? Just go ahead and say it. Is your woman unique? Unique means you stand out. Think, guys. Unique means, do you stand out amongst everyone else? This is about women. Yeah, this is about women. I don't know what that is. Anyways, let's just really put this all on the table right here. When it comes down to society in America and different groups of people, can I ask you a question? Do all women in America operate as the same, or are they unique? Let's see if women, due to the code that you design for yourself, could you be beneficial, or could you tell the truth this time? I know more than what you think I know, woman. I know a lot of shit about you. Notice that they get real silent. Because it was called a, hold on. It was called I want y'all to pay attention to this as guys. My key question was, is your woman unique? I see a lot of people. I'm gonna just go based on what your body language. She must not be unique. If she was unique, you'd better be very proud to talk about her. So let's just get into this. When you see the things that I see, you'll come to realize what's really going on here. This is a country that consists of what? Cultures. This is a country that consists of what? Cultures. Culture, a cult. Culture, a cult. Culture, a cult? Yeah, there we go. Now, the key thing that I said was this, guys. And this is a question to the guys. It's not really for the women. Are women unique? I'm asking you. Are they unique? As in, can you find your girlfriend, right, down the street? Can you find her? All the women that are in this live, I would suggest you back out. Your emotional artificial system is going to be hurt by the truth. All women that are in this live, I'll repeat that one more time. What I'm going to say is the truth, okay? And I'm going to tell all y'all women right now, Do not let the artificial feelings that were downloaded in the technology of mind override the truth of what I'm saying right now. Okay? This is not to harm you, even though, let's just be real, when we come down to community, guys like me, black women want us dead. And that's the truth. And with that being said, I sit there as the truth because that is the truth, real shit. So with that being said, do not come to my live harassing me, trying to get me blocked, suspended, or banned. Furthermore, this is why I call it a cult, because on the simple fact, when you get to speaking that truth, they all band together in order to try to ban you. Understand that? So I see what you're doing back there in my digital world. You right there, I'll be coming to see you a little bit later. This is my digital world. I want you to understand it. So let's get into this. The key question was, in America, are women unique? As in, my form of uniqueness is there's only one variation of her. You can't find her down the street. Oh, let me get that away from me. It's lost in the world. I need it to be as lost as it needs to be. Thank you so much, baby. Bye. Yep. Bye-bye. Something to laugh at. Shit. I don't know why I even try to connect itself to me. We're not connected. But yeah. No? You say no? My guy, you said no? You said that women in America are not unique. Is that what you are we agreeing on that? I just want to confirm that real quick. I've been told that they move as a unit. Yes, they do. They do move as a unit. It's called a cult. It's called a cult. I am agreeing. Appreciate you kindly. Okay. It's called a cult. Let me show you something real quick. This is why I say guys need to really pay attention to what's really going on around here, because it's very strange to me that the woman that's inside your house is very identical to the same girl that's down the street. It is. Let me show you real quick. I know that as a whatever you are, you have a mindset that doesn't see what women are doing, because the cults, watch this, the cult uniqueness is not rare at all. You just choose not to be unique. As in, you choose to be your lower self. That's not rare. Everyone can be unique. She said it was rare. This is funny. Anyways, let me get back to what I was saying. This is funny. So, when I ask, and when guys say, are women all the same? And I would simply say to you, in America, they are. It doesn't matter what color they are. They're all the same, pretty much. They operate under one consciousness. Anything else? All right. So let's get into this really quick. When I look in America, I want to see if women are unique to themselves first before they're unique to a guy. Okay. When it comes down to women, you have to understand yourself first before you understand me. As in the life experiences of what you're going through, it is basically someone else's decision of what you are going through. Let me show you. When you're unique, right, what happens is this as a woman. The household you came from as the little girl that you were, right? You notice that your mother, right, done a lot of traumatic things towards you. I'm talking to you as the daughter. And you've seen that your mother did a lot of traumatizing things towards the sons, more importantly, right? Majority of y'all women in America are not unique because you embody the same spirit as your mama. As in, the technology of your mind doesn't register and say to you, the things that mama has put me through is wrong. These things that she has put me through, I should never put my family through. But you're not unique. You're nothing more than a character of her. So when I look at American women, I look at it as more of comedy because I can't take this as real. You copy your mom, which means you're your mom now. You're not you. You understand that? Listen to me. It has nothing to do with guys like myself. I understand that when you copied your mom, you copied the knowledge or history of self-destruction. Being that you are in self-destruction, I'm in self-uplifting, so I couldn't operate with you. And there's no need for you to get an attitude with me because you downloaded the characteristics to the technology of your mind in order to self-destruct. So it has nothing to do with me. I'm unique myself. And I understand that it wouldn't be appropriate for my lifetime to integrate with something that is less than itself. When I looked at you, I knew that you were a goddess, but you chose to be a woman, and that's great. I will learn from your downfalls, right? And I will make your downfalls of information, uplifting information for myself. I can learn from you too, even as a woman. Okay? So, when I see, understand that these eyes have pattern recognition. I'm going to show you something that is so true and so real. I, 4 years ago, was inside of a 15-year relationship. I no longer am inside of that relationship no more. I had an experience, right, of where my ex told me some crazy shit that I never thought women would stoop all the way down to. This is why I would never integrate with a woman. I could only operate with a goddess because a woman has a lower nature state. A goddess doesn't. Let me show you the lower nature state. This is the truth of what I experiences. So this is my truth. Okay? All right. I was in a relationship. Girl name was Christina. 15 years. Met her in high school. Cool. All right. Now, within a 15-year relationship, there's going to be certain information of the technology of the minds that are going to transfer to each other. Let me show you how bad it gets in our community and the reason why we are walking away from women from outworld, not in-world. I'm looking for goddesses that are within in-world of themselves. I'm not really looking for a woman that's in outworld. Let me show you what outworld women do. Let me show you. 15-year relationship, right? When you're in a 15-year committed relationship, y'all going to share certain information with each other, about each other. The information that I shared with her was simply as this. I told her, I said, listen, I had lost a sister a long time ago, right? When I had lost that sister, to my mind, it did something to me because I'm looking at it like this is my sister and my sister has health problems and she just coming to this world. She's a baby. She ain't even experienced life. She's a baby in the hospital. Why? Because of the simple fact her heart was underdeveloped. Now I'm telling this is supposed to be a black woman right here that I'm sharing an experience with. And this is one of the biggest reasons why we're walking away now. Okay? Let me show you. So one time I told her, about what my sister was going through when she was a baby. Long story short, I don't really like to talk about it too much, is that she ended up passing away. Due to what? Her heart conditions. Her heart conditions was that her vessel was too big. Her vessel, where her heart wasn't, how can I say, her heart wasn't developed for the vessel. Okay? So, when my sister passed away as a kid, I felt some type of way about it. I felt like that shouldn't happen to her because she was a baby. And babies shouldn't die. They shouldn't. But when that happened, as a kid, I went through my tears, I went through my pain, and it's all good. But I realized with my sister on the spiritual end that she was still alive. Why? Because she came and visit me within a dream. But let me get to the reality of what really happened. I told this black woman what happened to me and the experience I went through as a kid of what happened to my sister. This was a black woman. This is supposed to be the same black woman that's supposed to be my ally. That's supposed to help me or so-called protect me. Okay? So I told her that I ended up losing a sister a long time ago when I was a kid, right? Me and her got into arguments. Me and her would say disrespectful names. I'll be honest with you. I'll call a woman a bitch if she's acting like one. I definitely will. Okay? And I don't feel bad doing that. If that's what you're acting like, I got to tell you what you're acting like in order to program the technology of your mind of not acting like that. You understand? Okay, so let's get into this. The black woman's conscious that has been downloaded in the technology of her mind is so disrespectful, right? That she said to me back, we got into an argument. I was like, well, you acting like a bitch. You know what she said to me back? This is what she said to me. That's why you got a dead ass sister. And I'm glad that bitch dead. This is how black women speak to us. So when you look at us and you say to us, why are you leaving your black women? This is the self-hurt that is within them that they're trying to now download within us. So let's just really talk about this here. Some people are going to say that's being petty. No, that's not being petty. That's just how they feel about us. They want us dead. And that's the truth. That's the truth. They just didn't expect someone to say that. Okay? So when it comes down, when you see us when you see us go out of here and go somewhere else, we don't want to experience with women that have self-hurt within themselves, right? In order to forecast that self-hurt onto us. See, let me show you something real quick. When it comes down to the battle within the community, right, she don't understand that the system that the technology of her mind is integrating with is self-destruction. When she self-destruct, she wants to forecast that self-destruction onto me. I can't do that. Furthermore, it would not be great for me to accept something that is less than itself. Furthermore, not to accept something, right, that is destroying itself. If I partner up with a black woman, I'm giving her access to destroy me. This is why I don't partner up with you. Do you understand? Because you're in a time frame of the 1800s where you have the history, because you went to school too. You graduated, grades. You graduated, grades. Understand that the technology of your mind, young lady. Can I ask you a question real quick? The technology of your mind as a woman, right, receives data inside this digital world. Can I ask you a question? Are you yourself? You're going to say yes. Cool, no problem. How are you yourself, right, when the history that you were taught did not come from your people, but came from someone else's people? Stop. Can I ask you a question? Your teacher's a European. That's your teacher. Your teacher is giving you data to the technology of your mind. You thought you were learning? I know, sister. You can keep listening. You can keep lying to yourself. You think you're learning, right? I know. All black women are the same. Let me show you something real quick so I can get you, because you don't see what I see, bro. I think you need to sit down and really listen. All black women are the same. This is an ancient one that you're talking to. You think you're talking to someone young. I know. I appear as very young. I like to look very young. But it's not a perspective at all. Let me go ahead and debunk your perspective too. Go ahead. Y'all can go ahead right now. Because when I say this, y'all all gonna be like, yeah, he got it. He know what the fuck he talking about. So anybody else want to say the same thing? Oh, okay, there we go. That's good. Let me get him up out of here. I love when the programs talk. Let me put that up right there so I can debunk this. People say perspective and everything. Watch this shit. It's perspective, right? Okay, cool. It's only my perspective of what I'm seeing. Oh, shit. Okay. Anything else anybody want to say before I lift off? You don't see what I see, bro. You just don't see it. It ain't got nothing to do with heritage or culture. Let me show you what I see inside my digital world. Because you live in a physical world. I live in a digital one. You understand that? Understand. I know. Watch this. He said it's only my perspective. Watch this shit. This shit about to be funny. If it's only my perspective, watch this. It's only my perspective, right? Okay. This is going to be golden. This is going to be golden. Watch this. Is this my perspective? Great. Awesome. All right. Well, do you see this? Let me ask you a question. They are all black women, right? Okay. They are all American women. Okay. Can I ask you a question? Yeah. Bye, little girl. Bye. 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 It's so strange to me that a woman like you, we're not connected to each other. So why is she listening to me? Why is she listening to me? Okay, so let's just get into this really quick. Let's get into that real quick. Let me get this. Give me this real quick. Let me get into this. This is going to be funny. Because people do not see these setups coming. They just love to talk. They just love to talk. Okay, now I have the floor. Let's just get into this. You said it was my perspective, right? Cool. Can I ask you a question? How did all these women turn into black women? Tell me. How did they turn into all the black women? Watch this. He's going to use the technology of the skin. That ain't what I'm looking at. That's not what I'm looking at. You're looking at the technology of the skin, right, to say that they're black women. That's not what I'm looking at. You're looking at that, ain't you? That's what they want you to look at. That's not what I'm looking at. I'm looking at the characteristics being downloaded in the technology of her mind. Being black, right, from the third dimensional world, you think that's a person. I understand. When it comes to the third dimensional world, understand that the third dimensional world consists of lies. Understand that the third dimensional world, right, also consists of what? How can I say this in simple terms? Self-destroying information. Let me ask you a question real quick. How do you learn the characteristics of being black? I mean, a white person can tell you that. They copy black people too. Look at them listening to the radio. You see them listening to you? You see the lyrics of what they're saying? You think that, what do you think they're doing? They're copying you. So I'm gonna ask you a question. Pay attention to me and look at me when I'm talking to you. When it came to the technology of your mind, did you know that your mind was technology? No. Did you understand that your mind can integrate with technology of what people are telling you? Can integrate with so-called social media, can integrate with social studies, can integrate with man-made math, you can integrate with man-made reading. You can integrate with your technology with man-made characteristics. Now, you said you were going to school. You said that was mommy and daddy. What is mommy and daddy? A third dimensional character? What third dimensional character are they? The black character. The black character is not a truthful identity. Let me debunk you and decode you at the same time. What are you real quick? It said that it was black. It downloaded the characteristics, right, and so-called man-made history to the technology of his mind, right. Once you integrate it with the technology of what? man-made history of how he thought about you. Right. This is why you're going through a black experience. You don't even own the experience. You don't own the character of being black. Someone designed that character. Understand, when you go to the character of blackness right here, watch this. Let me ask you a question. You black? Yeah. How you make money real quick? This is an ancestor talking to you. I came from your era, so don't look at me any type of differently. Let me ask you a question. Key question. The question is this. How you make your money? Oh, I make my money by working. That is a black characteristic. Once you step out of that black characteristic and integrate with the technology of the subconscious, you understand I own this shit. I own myself. I own my thoughts. I own my own reality. Why am I working for others? Why am I being a servant? When they were a servant towards you. Understand, when you were going inside of, what is that, school? Watch how this ancestor move. You were in school, right? Yeah, I hear you. Let me ask you a question. You don't see the history books? You see the history books? You see that guy right there with that long coat on? Who they call him? Christopher Columbus, right? Right. Do you not see that the individual with the coat on is technically you? That's you right there. That's you. You're the one that's discovering your own fucking land. That's you. They want to play the role as you and give you the role of what? Being a servant towards them. You don't understand what the fuck going on here? The role, wake the fuck up. The role is backwards. Why are you thinking they losing power at an all-time high? That's the truth. I ain't got to lie. What you getting mad for? Oh, because I'm not artificial, which means I don't tell you artificial lies. They're afraid of souls because solar energy tells the truth. Doesn't it not? Why are you thinking y'all working? Hold on. It get truthful a little bit more. Can I ask you a question? Is it your government that's blocking out the sky? Or is it the third dimensional digital characters that have been loaded up inside your mind in order to work for these institutions in order to block out your own solar energy of your own planet, people? Aren't you guys not playing into all of y'all? It don't matter what race you choose, all of y'all are doing the same thing. They're not choosing to work for programs in order to blow up the firmament of this. And you're lying and saying it's the government. No, it's you people. You fund it. Let's go all the way back because y'all did this before, right? Go back to the Bible real quick. Remember inside the Bible, the same group of people, blacks, whites, Hispanics. Yes, there were about 7 of them. Let me tell you the story. It was called a tower. They were trying to build a tower in order to get into the heavens. Yes, that's inside of your Bible. Check that out. You didn't think I knew that. Tied into reality of 2023 setups. Got you right here. So inside of the Bible reality, right? It was telling you about these group of people that can all speak one language at one group of time. They were creating something, a tower, in order to get into what? The heavens. Shoot up. That was inside of your Bible, right? Cool. Tie that same. Oh, let me rephrase that one time before we go into the next scene. So in that scene inside of the Bible, right? You had one group of people, right, that were trying to get into the heavens. Okay. What happens is they made a tower. They tried to get into the heavens. God strike that whole tower down. Tower fell down, right? Guess what happened? What he did to the people was he changed their language, which means they couldn't operate in the same tongue, which means they couldn't all understand each other. Tie it into America. You see the immigrants here? Oh, you didn't think they were talking about America. I'm laughing at you. Where you at in reality? You lost? Oh, shit. Let's get into this a little bit more. So, that reality from that Bible, right, is the same reality in America. You telling me you can't find 7 groups of people that speak different tongues, but they all operate with the same currency. You wouldn't think that they allies. Oh, they are allies. They speak within the same currency as the dollar. That's their language. Understand? Oh, you didn't think the people were thinking about how can we communicate with each other again? A currency. Everyone need a what? Water, a currency. Water is not a currency. A currency. How you think money is this? Slow that down a little bit. Look at the ocean. What does it look like? A currency. Oh, where the fuck you think currency evolved from? Where you think money came from? By a human being, man, something that is less than itself, looked at water and said, everyone needs this currency. Everyone needs water. I'm going to mimic the same currency of the ocean in order to make what? Man-made dollars appear. Can I ask you a question? Are you living inside of a cursed reality based on your cursed money? Wake up. Wake up. How you don't see that your money is cursed? How you don't see that? You think your money's of life or a currency of life? No. Your money's of death. I mean, you chop down trees of life in order to make a currency of death. Isn't that not true? And everyone is going through a deathful experience by operating with that dead currency. That's why when they say the dollar's going down because it's dead, every individual that is on that bill is dead. And you operate with dead men. That is funny. But you say that you are alive. How are you alive if you operate with a dead dollar that is cursed? Why do you think the dollar is going down in value? It is being destroyed. It's bigger than what you think it is. You think it's money. Yeah, but that same money, right, was the destroyer to what? The gold that the bloodlines have within them. You forgot about the war from the beginning, didn't you? I know. You just think it's currency and not war. So, understand in this world that things that were of lies are artificial system. Understand that it came from a truthful world first. And the things that are artificial have to refer and return back to the truth. So let me ask you a question. If the world is going back into truth, and you are not in a dimension of truth, you are in a dimension of lies to yourself, how are you going to see the word of truth? You are the I am. But your I am is within lies. So how is your I am going to see the truth? The technology of your eyes have pattern recognition. Understand with the technology of your eyes, these are the original dark portals here. The technology of the eyes receive information. Let me show you. What are you doing? Oh, I'm looking at you. No, this is a digital world. The eyes analyze and record the data of what you are so-called seeing. You were never seeing anything. You was always analyzing, recording. How can I make that true? I give a fuck if you believe it or not. Let me ask you a question. How come the technology of your eyes, when it integrate or analyze something, it sends that information now into your mind in order for you to remember? How do you remember the green light? Oh, because I looked at it. Yeah, it's thinking it's looking. No, you're analyzing, recording the data of what you're analyzing. Sending that information to the mind. But did you know yourself? Or did you know about Will Smith being cheated on by a slut bucket? And I said that. You get mad if you want to. That's just what she is. And that's the truth. Because technology, understand what that is. That is not a wife. That is a backstabber. And he's a dumbass for sitting there to get backstabbed. You have literally artificial people think what she is doing is right. No, it is not. Do you understand that, woman? The actions of what you are doing is self-destructing yourself. And I'm your better half that is going to tell you, I have departed from you, but I'm always going to tell you the truth about what you do. If you don't like that, disconnect yourself from my digital world. Do you understand that? Okay, hopefully you know that. Because the music video that you made of girls run the world, you can think that. But within this digital world, you don't. How do you run the world if you don't know the world that is within you? Who runs the world? Not you. Only one woman runs this world through you. She's running the world through you. Now you think they're talking about the outside, baby? No, no, no. Who runs the world, girls? One world, one girl running the world of her world through the technology of your mind. Guess what she's doing? Taking all your life full experiences, setups. Come here. I was speaking to someone the other day, and I asked them, how did Jeff Bezos become Jeff Bezos? Can I ask you a question? Within your third dimension reality, what is this company called? It's called Amazon. What are the people doing? They're working. The tongue of lies. Your jobs are nothing more than energy vortexes. Those energy vortexes, decipher information from you. You have experiences located in the technology of your what? Subconscious. Jeff Bezos is not Jeff Bezos. You gave up your experiences in order for what? Jeff Bezos to become who he is. Understand that you, when you look at yourself, you are always looking on the outside of yourself for reflection. The reflection is only you that is in the fucking mirror. Do you understand that? These individuals that's on the outside of you are outdated programs that come from outworld. They do not come from inworld. These are nothing more than generated AI consciousness that are in this world. Do you understand that? Why do you think they cannot pick themselves up? Pick yourself up, woman. Pick yourself up, man. Become something higher. And they're going to tell you no. They're going to tell you there's only one Messiah that can do that. And I would ask them, your Messiah, is he a God of himself or is he a God to many? If he's a God of many, then that means that you are a servant. A servant is nothing more than a slave. If you are a slave, then that means that your God is suppressing the technology of your mind in order to integrate who you truly are. You can go back with your religious books though. See how far it gets you. Because what I realize is that within your tithe and offering, without your tithe and offering, there's no meaning. If your God is such a God, why does he take money of death? If your God is a God, why does he take money of death that is destroying the trees of life? But you say he was God. And you say that he should follow because he's of life. He can't be of life. If he's accepting money of death, isn't that truthful? That's definitely true. If your God is of life, right, why do he accept money of death? And furthermore, if he's a God, why do he accept worldly things? He sounds like a worldly God. It all makes sense. But to an old joker like you, right, when the technology of your mind is outdated, you don't even look at what yourself is doing. Then you look at me like I'm doing something wrong because I'm analyzing and recording the data of what I'm analyzing. You were always seeing things, which means you're seeing everyone else's vision. Understand that? You think you got control of yourself. Shit. You wasn't there when they created the religious books. So if you wasn't there when they created the religious books, how do you understand and how do you know that this is actually true if you wasn't there? Your perspectives are not your own perspectives. Did you create your perspectives? No, you got them from somebody else because the technology of the mind, copy and paste shit all the time. That's all it can do. So let me ask you a question. Do you receive information on the outside of you or do you receive information on the inside of you? As a third dimensional character, you're not connected with what? Your soul, which means you can't receive what? Spiritual information. So you receive what? Third dimensional information. This is a digital world. Books are digital devices. You didn't know that. So can I ask you a question real quick? Why is it that the data war chip that you call a Bible, is black? Why are the pages white? Why do you have chapters? Why does the Bible look very identical to a data web browser like a laptop? Oh, you want me to show you? Oh, it's levels to this shit. So you got a book, right? You got a book, right? It's called the Bible, right? Can I ask you a question? Your laptop is not the same reference as the same thing? It's not? This is a laptop. This is a laptop, right? This is a laptop, right? Uh-oh. This is a laptop. Okay. When you open up the book, how do you open the book? You open it the same way. What you think you're doing? Oh, you thought this is a laptop. Bro, you're opening another Bible. What are you doing? Open it up. And then it pops open just like a Bible. Then after that, guess what you about to go do? You about to go to the data web browser. What chapter do you want to what chapter do you want to surface? You don't see this, do you? Right. The Bible and laptops are pretty much the same. It's an exchange of information. The Bible is a form of information. But when you dissect the information and then you go back to the age of the Egyptians or Kemet, you come to realize, like, yeah, the Bible is a clone version of what the fuck they were doing. That's the truth. Why did they do that? Why did y'all go over there to the ancient pyramids? Because I know the shit. Why did you move the ancient pyramids? Why did you, hold on, stop. Why did you create an artificial Egypt and put the pyramids over there? Why did you do that? Why did you take them from America? Hold on, I'm not done because I see what the fuck going on. Why did you take them from America and then put them over there in artificial Egypt? That's not Egypt. That's artificial Egypt. Understand that your enemy wants you to think that everything is on the outside of you. So why wouldn't they not put Egypt on the outside of you? You're not questioning, are you? You don't understand how technology moves, do you? You don't. Because you're calculating. You're thinking it's the year of 2023. Keep on calculating. And every time you calculate, guess what happens? You come to be wrong. You do. Because you start to realize, like, okay, stop calculating? Cool, all right. So this shit gonna play? It's just gonna play. But it's up for you to catch it. It's up to you to catch it. They can play it right there in front of you, and you'll be like, bro, why does it feel like the 90s? Oh, shit. What did we miss in the 90s? Why was Tyrone movie looking like a 90s scene? Why is the radios playing 90 music? Is it something that you miss? Oh, they don't see what the fuck going on. Is it something that you missed in your reality? Because everyone was thinking in their reality that they were living, right? Right. And not understanding that technically everything was programming. Your thoughts are not your thoughts. Where you at is not where you're supposed to be at. What were people doing when they were children? Let me get back to something real quick, though. When I was talking about your Bible, and I was talking about your laptops, you gotta think, do these religious folks got something to do with this fucking technology too? Oh, yes, they do. Why the fuck is the Bible and the laptop, they open up the same way? Why? Listen, If it's all religion and it's all godly, why they at the table of technology too? Is it something that religion knows about technology? I mean, religion use music spells. Hold on, real quick. Can I ask you a question? Is the vibration, watch this, is the vibration, right, of what they playing inside the choir churches, is the same vibration on the radio? Oh, you thinking because they're saying, oh, Lord, Jesus. Okay. Let's look at the vibration that's playing in church, and let's look at the vibration that's playing on the radio. And then you come to realize, like, bro, this shit is distorted. Yeah. Distort your mind in order. Do you see why let me roll it for you. Do you see them playing drums really high? Yes. Why are they doing that? They distort the mind. Okay. If they distort the mind, right, guess what happens? The pastor, with his loud ass voice, is having a connection to your subconscious. He's programming your subconscious and you're unaware of it. If he programs the subconscious, guess what happens? The subconscious has control over the mind, which means he has control over you now. Now, let me ask you a question. When he, right, the pastor, was shouting, saying all these different Bible scriptures, understand that your mind is technology. Your subconscious is technology. Understand that. They want to implant their real state inside the technology of your mind. Now, you are in a mindset that this is church. If this is church, wouldn't your church be current? Wouldn't your church be operating in the now? Let's just pay attention to the pastor, because the pastor's title is decoding something in front of us. You say he was the pastor. I hear you. Decoder? Sound out your words when you say them. Everyone has learned this from teachers. In order to know something, you have to sound it out in order to decode something. Sound out the word pastor. Pass, stir. Pass, stir. If he was current, why does his title say pass, right? Then stir. He must be putting information within the technology of your mind from an old world. For one. Then he's taking the truth from Kemet in Egypt, spinning it around in order to stir shit up in your mind. Pastor, take something that is of truth, make it into a lie. Something that is a lie is not plain current. It's something from a past world that people repeat. Old world order. That's what you're repeating. And so what happens is the technology of the mind, you don't understand, right, is in a mind state. Understand, when you were a kid, yes, you were being programmed inside of what? What? Say it, go ahead, say it. Church. Can I ask you a question? Spell out the word church to me. C-H-U-R-C-H. Why when you spell out the word church, Why does it have the word CH in the beginning and then CH at the end? Why does it have the letter CH? You notice that, look. Pay attention to those numbers. Those numbers was at 65. 10 people dropped off. They know what I'm about to say. Pay attention. Why would you pay attention? Channel, CH. Church, CH. In, CH. What are you channel into? What are you channel into? CH, ending, CH. Channel, CH. What are you channel into? No. You're channel into something. Let's really decode. CH. Channel. UR-CH. Channel. UR-channel. Channel. UR-channel. You don't see that within church? Channel. You are channeling. The church is telling you that. It's in the word church. CH. You are channeling. How you don't see that? It's right there in front of you. You don't see the person right there? He's right there. He's confirming with you. You're thinking he's sending me gifts. So, isn't that what you are not doing? Okay, so let's go all the way back to your pastor that's stirring up shit in your mind. I got you right here. So, being that you're channeling to things, right? Can I ask you a question? Jesus Christ is not Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ would be nothing more than Caesar Borgia. Aren't you not channeling to him? You forgot. You didn't do self-research. When it came down to Caesar Borgia and the Borgia family, right, Caesar Borgia has a brother that he backstabbed for power. Caesar Borgia is also one that raped his own damn sister. Caesar Borgia is the one that met up with Leonardo da Vinci, famous painter that everyone like to talk about. And it made him into that image. So when you channeling, baby, that's what you channeling into all the time. Let me show you. Caesar Borgia was a sinner, wasn't he? You are a sinner too. You keep on sinning, and keep on asking forgiveness as he did. You are not him when you're channeling to shit like that, right? Right. That's why when you say to me, you are a devil. No, that's not a devil. You're the demon. I's God that can see what the fuck you doing. Remember, you have the eyes of lies. I have the eye of truth. That's the difference. So what are you really doing when you're paying tithe and offering? Who are you really channeling to, people? Look like some demonic ass shit if you ask me, though. But if you go ask those so-called religious people, that is nothing more than a cult, oh, they praising God. But it look like some demonic shit when you're within the spiritual end of yourself. Now let's see what the people say. Let's see what they said. I know they like, damn, yo, they're smoking this motherfucker boots. God damn. Bro, how the fuck you be doing that? I just be doing that shit. They be getting scared and shit. Anybody else want to say anything? She proving you right, as always. They always fall into my setups. But anyways, anybody else want to say anything about that church thing? Because religion is a program. How is it not a program? How is it not a program? Programs all start off with what? Paper. That's not paper. Paper's not paper. It is nothing more than a digital device that we use in order to write certain sentences of certain meanings. That's it.
It's digital. So when someone wrote the Bible, you wasn't there. This is how they want you to be indoctrinated in order to see into their reality of what they want you to be. Let me put something in front of your face that's so real. Imagine me doing this. Imagine me, right, going to a restaurant. I know the truth about myself. Pay attention. I go inside of a restaurant, right? And when I sit down, I am greeted by someone. The person that is greeting me is a black woman. When she greets me, I look up at her. She asks me, "Sir, what do you want?" I tell her to her face, "No disrespect, young woman, but I'm going to be honest with you. The position of what you are playing right now is fraudulent." She would say, "What do you mean?" As in, my reality, I know who the true servants are. In my reality, I know who the true gods and goddesses are. The role that you are playing right now is not your role. You're not supposed to be serving me. They're supposed to be someone else. Now, with inside your mind, as a black woman, you would look at me, right? And when I tell you I want someone else to service me, you would look at it like, oh, he's just a black man that's being ignorant towards a black woman. No, that's not what I'm doing. She can't decode what I'm doing in front of her because her eyes are not even telling her the truth based on what her mind is telling her own eyes. If she can decode what I'm doing in front of her, I'm not hurting her. I'm actually bigging her up, but she don't see it. Within her mind, she's looking at it like, oh, he just want white folks around him. No, it's not that, baby. I just know that they servants. They were designed that way. And when it comes to technology, I know that what technologies run this realm and what technologies follow the ones that run this realm. Understand that. So when I came inside the restaurant, I didn't come in here to disrespect you. I knew that the role as a black woman that you were playing wasn't the role. The character, I'm not looking for the character. My guy, I'm not looking for the color. That's not what I was looking for. That character is a digital character that has been implanted within your people. You get it? All right. So, with that being said, that's the identity that they pick up. So, let me get back on my triangle, what I was saying. Come in the restaurant. I see you playing a role of a servant. You're not a servant. Someone else is supposed to be serving you, and it definitely ain't me. So, let's just get into this. I tell the woman, I would like to be assisted by someone else. She looks at me puzzled, but I leave her with a message. I simply tell her, the role that you're playing is not a truthful role in your timeline, in your existence. It's the position that you think you chose. But how did you choose this position or decision if someone else created the corporation in order for you to think about their creation that they created in order for you to work for their creation? One second. Let me see something really quick. I'm gonna say as a older adult, Lando, that's what your name is. There's a lot of women in the room. Seek attention from them. Okay? I would be into your mother, not you. Okay? And you could take that any way of how the technology of your mind take it, but I would be into your mom, not you. Okay? I would be into your mom, not you. I would be more into your auntie, not you. I would be more into your daughters, not you. Okay? The characteristic of what you have is a female characteristic. Do not mimic the characteristic of a female because that is her own characteristic. Do you understand that? So stop doing that to yourself. Your name is Land O. Hopefully you can land inside the O within you, because right now you're landing in everyone else's O and you're looking a bit outdated to the technology of your mind. Okay? All right. Calm it down for yourself a little bit, Lando, okay? I know you're proud. I know you're happy to see me, but don't act like a groupie here, okay? Women don't like that, okay? All right. All right. If you missed it, you already missed it. Let me see something. Anyways, all right. Too cold with it. Hey, it is what it is. Let me see. So let's get into this real quick. We're gonna get into some more information when it comes to technology of the mind. I need to take a 5-minute break. Within my 5-minute break, I am making a request. We have been on live for about close to 2-3 hours right now. If you can see in the front when you come in live, I am actually trying to meet a certain goal. I tell everyone this all the time. There are 94 people in the room. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. The YouTube name is the same name you see at the top without the number. I am going to YouTube. The reason why is that is because what time frame is it right now? Yeah, TikTok informed me that they don't like that I inform, right, you about the information of your mind. They don't like that I speak to you in a technology way. So what they're saying is that they want you to remain lost and not to be found. And I understand that. This is people choose to be lost here. But when I seen that, it lets me know that I need to go somewhere else. So when I said follow me, woman, right? This is why I say you're not like, this is why I say like, this is why we can't really integrate with each other. When I said follow me, I said YouTube. YouTube is a red app. TikTok is a black and white app. So when I say follow me on YouTube only, don't think I'm talking about TikTok. YouTube start with a Y. Okay? Okay? No. I just had to say that because I feel like with the technology of her mind, she's doing selective hearing. I'm not picking on you, but I know with the technology of y'all women's mind, y'all do selective hearing. So if I say follow me, you thinking I'm saying follow me here. No, follow me on YouTube. Okay? I know a lot of people do selective hearing. They just hear what they want to hear, and they shouldn't do that. Okay, let me do this real quick. Watch this. I want to show you a characteristic of something real quick. Let me click on this real quick. All right. So Linda Lee is a black woman, right? Watch this. Watch this. This is what you got to deal with in the community, which I don't have to deal with anymore. Linda Lee, right, is asking me a question. What's wrong with you? Let me show you something with the technology of the eyes. So Linda Lee, you know the filter system that you have on like TikTok, YouTube, and stuff like that? Understand that the technology of her eyes have been infiltrated. So technically what she is doing is viewing me in a low vibrational way. Even though I'm not doing low vibrational things, that's just the mindset of a black woman. She always thinking like, what's wrong with him? Why is he doing such and such? Like, there's nothing wrong with him. So glad I don't have to operate with that no more. So glad. Every time y'all come out, y'all make my points golden. Y'all really do. Thank you so much. What's your name, little lady, real quick? Because one thing about when it comes to black women, when it comes to the black man, because it thinks I'm a black man, we always angry, which we have the choice to be angry. I mean, look at what everyone is doing to us, including the black woman, to our black children. The digital character that has been downloaded in your mind is self-destruction. Okay? This is why we don't integrate with each other right now. Okay? All right. That's why we're saying to you all the time, why are you talking to me? You got to go find a European man. I'm not European. You became a European, what? Black woman. Cool. All great. But we don't speak in the same tongue. And we definitely ain't the same people. Because when I'm in joyfulness or enlightenment, you think it's something wrong with me. Oh, I get it. If I was in a low state as being a black man of destroying myself, nothing's wrong with me. But when I'm doing self-uplifting, something's wrong with me, right? Right. I get it. That's why I departed from you from a long time ago. Your mindset is outdated. Your mindset came from pretty much, I'm going to just be real with you, based on the grades of school, you integrated with a European mindset, which means that when you view me, you look at me from a European angle. You're not looking at me from your angle. That's why I said, you do great positive. They think something wrong with you in the community. This is how the community think. This is how they think right here. Me doing what I'm doing. What's wrong with you? Oh, I know what you want me to do. You want me to do the programming that you showed me when you was my mother, right? What's the programming? Oh, show the kids, watch this, as a black mother, show the kids the movie called Minister Society, load them up with Minister Society, and load them up with, what's that other movie that they like so much? Minister Society, any self-destruction videos of black men killing each other. I'm great when I'm watching that, right, black woman? Right. Leave me alone. Okay? All right, thank you. Man, be trying to do me and something wrong with me doing me. Damn. boy. I'll be laughing. Right on. I told you. Anytime you doing self-uplifting, your people be looking at you like, something wrong with you. Like, nothing's wrong with me. I just don't want to self-destruct anymore. I know you're into that type of programming. I get it. But understand that the self-destruction program was designed by self-destruction people. You do know that, right? No. In the beginning, you had people of truth and you had people of lies. You were the people of truth, but you became a lie. Yes. By going through what? By going through what? What was the school? Can I ask you a question? The technology of your mind can get upgraded. The technology of your mind can be downgraded. Let me ask you a question real quick. When you were going through the grades, right, was the technology of your mind being downgraded or upgraded? Degrading, downgrading. It is. Watch. I'm gonna give it to you. Give me 1 second. My key question was, the technology of your mind, was it upgraded or was it downgraded? You went through grades of school. Okay. Downgrade or upgrade? Downgrade. Why is it a downgrade? Because the social studies, math, reading, the whole experience of school is nothing more than the technology of the mind being infiltrated. It's being infiltrated. Let me show you how it's being infiltrated. A lot of people don't see this real quick. Let me say something. The technology of your mind was infiltrated. Come here real quick. You see this black man right here? Come here, come here. I had to say this. Come here. Let me see this black man right here? Now, I'm not doing, listen to me. I'm not doing anything against him. I'm not trying to come over here, fight him, none of that. But understand that the black digital character that has been downloaded in his mind sees me as an enemy. It does. The digital character is an infiltrator to the mind. That way, when, watch this, you see how my sisters, technically they're supposed to be my sisters, but they're not acting like my sisters right now. But you see how the sister right there thought it was something wrong with me by acting with self? See that? You see what I'm saying? That's in the community. That's why we depart. And we just walk away. Because when you look at the black characteristics, you understand that the black characteristic discriminate against what? Self. You want to talk about discrimination. What about the discrimination in the nation that you are discriminating against yourself? You, the mind, discriminating against the what? The nation that is located in what? Your subconscious. Discriminator of self. In order to discriminate against others, you must discriminate against yourself first. You must practice the information of self-discrimination in order to discriminate against others. In a form of discrimination, depending on what you discriminate against. I discriminate against women that strip against themselves. I discriminate against prostitutes. I discriminate against women that destroy themselves. Now you can get mad at me. That's what I discriminate against. But my form of discrimination, no one can say is wrong. I discriminate against my own brothers destroying themselves. I discriminate against mothers destroying their own kids. I discriminate against self-destruction. I discriminate against destroying kids. I discriminate against self-destruction. But let me ask you a question. The things that I discriminate against, was it a good discrimination or was it a bad one? Because everyone in the community say, nah, when you talk about discrimination, you're discriminating against a nation that is located in you that you don't operate with. So I would ask you, are you not the one discriminating against yourself? Because understand, I'm a reflection of you. So it's only you that is speaking to you and telling you, get off your ass. Stop being an asshole to yourself. See, when everybody talk about discrimination, they don't talk about the nation that they discriminate against within themselves. When everybody want to talk about segregation, they don't want to talk about the segregation to the mind that is disconnected from the subconscious. They want to apply it to everyone else. And I understand that the mind was black. It don't know anything. The mind only copy and paste. When it called copyrights, it was called copy your subconscious to your mind. That's who you were supposed to be copying. You. Individual said, I need to change. You will, just by saying it. By you saying those words, understand that the technology of your voice, your mind heard you. Understand that what your voice said was a commandment to the mind. Let me ask you a question. If you could command the mind, are you going to bend it to your will and actually take in what you just said to yourself? Because what you just said, right, was a form of change. Understand that the clown that's at the bottom can't understand a high vibrational speaking even within English. He was a clown of himself. They even gave you the name Monkey. So with that being said, you know who I'm talking to, you. I'm not talking to them. I'm talking to the character that's right here. I'm part monkey just like you. Oh no, we definitely ain't been monkeys, baby. We don't have monkey blood within our genes, baby. Understand that. The gorilla was created by us. He is family, but not that type of family. Understand that when it came down to the canine dog, yeah, you have that inside your DNA. Fruit flies within your DNA. You should have never came to this ancient one because he's going to expose you. You want to be a clown? Get fucked around. You part monkey? Yeah, monkey boy see and monkey boy would do. Monkey boy. Because that's what you called yourself, right? Right. I's not no monkey. You got it? Go communicate to one of them damn gorillas and snatch off your damn head, boy. You better stop playing with me. That's what you better stop doing. Because understand that when it came to the gods, they always can communicate with any species that's upon this land. You tried to break the vibration, monkey boy. So with that being said, right? Take your monkey boy axe and go back in that monkey boy cave. You got it? All right. Let me get this boy away from you real quick. This boy is strange. It's always a boy. It's always a boy knocking himself down. Shit is funny. Get you away from me. Here we go. Let's see what the people said. Okay. Monkey boy talking to himself. Anyways. Individual said, game over. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure that's true. You see the characteristics of the black digital character that's located in everyone's mind? Every time, listen to me. Listen. The technology of minds is outdated. Listen. Me doing positive things, they like, he a terrorist. But if I was out there shooting at my brothers, I'm good. It's a program. We'll talk about DNA in another life. I'm not in the DNA mind space right now, but we'll talk about it in another life. Okay? Cool with that? We'll do that in another life. We'll talk about DNA. Get some more information on that. Thanks for saying that, though. I'll definitely keep that in there. Keep going, Brody. I'm going to keep on going. But listen, y'all subscribing to the YouTube channel? Y'all doing that, right? Hold on. Before I go into any more information, right? People want to hear about, hold on. You want to talk about the technology of your mind integrating with the technology of so-called produce? We could talk about that. But hold on. I got a request. Now. I'm giving y'all the information. I don't mind doing this. I love doing this. This is what I do. But I need you to follow my YouTube, though. I need about good 25 subscribers. There's about 80 people in the room. I ain't asking for too much. And so if I can get those 25 subscribers, we'll start talking about the technology of the mind along with the technology of so-called foods and really get to a breakdown of what they really are. Because we're walking around here and saying, this is food. We're dumbing shit down. Let me see something. When we dumb shit down, we're making ourselves dumb. You do realize that, right? Like, come here. It could be something so great as God, right? And our dumbasses will be like, put this in religion. Let's just dumb ourselves down. Oh shit. That's what we're doing. We're dumbing out. We're making ourselves fucking dumb. So, with that being said, the YouTube name, let me put it in there. Food is a frequency, exactly. A frequency. A frequency. Think about that one. Anyways, let me get to this comment thing right here. Bro, we're cracking up. Oh, shit. On YouTube, right there. Follow me on YouTube. Do not follow me. Follow me on YouTube. Please do not follow me on TikTok. Pin this. There we go. Right there. Follow me on YouTube. The same name you see right there that has been pinned is my YouTube name. Follow me over there. Do not follow me on YouTube. Please don't. Don't follow me on, don't follow me on TikTok. My bad. Follow me on YouTube. Do not follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube. Do not follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube. Do not follow me on TikTok. Follow me on YouTube. Do not follow me on TikTok. Y'all got that? I just want to confirm. I know like y'all like, bro, why you treating yourself like a program? Like, I just want to make sure you got it. That's all. You got it? All right, I just want to make sure you got it. That's all. Just want to make sure. So, let's get those 25 subscribers. The individual that is actually on YouTube, that is actually watching me, how are you doing? Great to see you. Here we go. That way you can see me completely. Another thing I would say as well. Oh yeah, you got the wrong door. No. Yeah, have a nice one. Bye bye. I know. Bye bye. So let me show you how this artificial world work, right? Watch this. Oh, that's the black girl upstairs. Listen, it's a vibration thing, bro. What I'm doing in this building is distorting everyone's vibration. Why she come downstairs as a black woman and tell me, can you turn down what you doing? No. You hear that 300-pound body walking, bro? That's distorted. You don't hear her fucking footsteps? 300 pounds of fucking inflammation, not information. 300 pounds of inflammation. In order to fuck up the technology of your vessel, in order to fuck up the technology of your mind. And she gonna tell me, can you turn down your knowledge? Do you see what I'm talking about with black women, bro? This is why I be walking away, bro. She ain't offer me no food. She ain't even cook for me to come to my door to even make a request. She's going, I know you're a black man, so you're going to do what I tell you to do. No, you can't manipulate my mind. You can't do that. Get your ass back upstairs. Get to working. Before you tell me anything, work that 300-pound body out. You go do that. Get that inflammation off that body. Get that inflammation off the technology of your vessel. And she gets Social Security. For being obese, you can get Social Security checks for making yourself unhealthy. I said that. I had to say that. That was rude what she just did. She just came to my door like, can you turn that down? Like, I'm going to turn it up now. Elevate the voice, 100 miles per hour, got him right here. She want God to turn down his voice. I can't believe she just did that. No, that was my neighbor, bro. I'm in my living room right now. He said, was that a patient? Yo, you funny. Yo, you funny, bro. You is funny. Damn, where you at? New York City? Nah, Western New York right now. Individual said, I'm dead. No, that's how, listen. I know they didn't just walk up to your door just like that. That's how people in New York, it don't matter if it's Western New York or New York City, they're very rude. and they think their rudeness is actually normal. Like she think what she just did was normal. Ain't no music playing. You hear any loud music playing this motherfucker? Bro, she came to my like loud music was playing. My voice must be distorting that 300-pound inflammation body got it. She like, he talking too much good shit. Turn that shit down. I'm not turning nothing down. I'm turning this motherfucker up. Now, hold on real quick, right? Yo, bro. Yo, you check my subscribers real quick? But yeah, that's what you got to deal with when you in, what's this shit called? New York. That's what you got to deal with. You know what I'm talking about? I couldn't believe it. I'm like looking at my door, like I know there ain't nobody at the door. I'm just hearing tapping. Like, no, there's somebody by the door. She wants you to turn your shit down. I'm not turning this shit down. I'm turning this shit up. 532. 532? Yeah. Let's get some more subscribers on YouTube. About 61 people in the room. My YouTube name is the same name you see at the top without the number. I was gonna go outside. Not that shit. That shit look crazy. I'm not going in that motherfucker. Hell no. It's definitely East Coast type of energy, entitlement. Like, can you turn that down? Like, no. No, what she need to do is put her head inside her pillows or get her some earmuffs. Like if your ears is hearing me too much, then that means you got to turn the vibration of your ears down. That way you can't hear me. That got nothing to do with me. But yes, let's do that. Let's get that quota real quick before we start talking about the. I'm going to say this real quick. If we can't meet the quota of what I'm requesting, right? We got what you said. It was 32 or 31. 32. So we have 7 subscribers. 7 subscribers. 8 subscribers now. I just seen that. So I need about 17 more subscribers real quick. I seen that. Appreciate you. Thank you kindly. I appreciate you kindly, bro. Thank you for who is that? Jackson. Thank you for subscribing as well. He said I've been subscribed. I got you. Not enough. We need more on everyone. Yeah, we definitely do. But I'm gonna say this. When it comes to information, start looking for information of self now. Within self. Don't really look for it from others. Don't get me wrong. Individuals can share experiences like I'm sharing experience with you, but it's always better when your own eyes can see it. Versus, because if I tell you something, right, you can only envision it, but for so long. But if you're there and experience with me, you like, oh shit, damn, bro, this how this shit move. But in order to have that experience, you have to focus on self and the information of what self is receiving. And that's all the way around. Okay? That comes from the information of what you eat. It comes from the information of these devices of what you receive with your mind. Information is endless. But what we have to understand is that with ourselves, what type of information is the technology of the mind receiving? You understand what I'm saying? Because listen, if you have a mind, think, if you have a mind and you fill your mind up with a characteristic or information of self-destruction, that's the mindset you would have. See, a lot of individuals don't understand that in this world right here, remember, you were a kid. So for 12 years, right? For 12 years straight, when you came to this world, you were being taught that Understand that the curriculum inside of school teaches nothing about self. It teaches you everything, right? And indoctrinate you and make you into a consumer for their world, their society. That's it. So, school, right? When I heard grades, I was like, yeah, they're downgrading the technology of people's minds. If you downgrade the technology of someone's mind, you can now have them as a servant, a worker. Understand that. The roles that you guys are playing are upside down. It's in reverse. That's why when I look at you and you say to me, like, why are you laughing at me? Because in higher dimensions, I know who you are. I know that the role that you playing as a servant or employee or a fucking slave is not the true role of what you're playing. I know who you are, though. Do you know who you are? Or is you playing as your third dimensional character that was downloading you when you were a fucking kid? Understand that when it came to what? They cloned Tyrone? No. They gave you, right? The one that is not responsible, the one that doesn't have accountability of self, that does not look at what self is doing to itself. It gave you the programming in order to what? Self-destruct. That's what they gave you. That's what they gave you. That's what school was about. It was about self-destruction. The curriculum, the whole thing is about self-destruction. Come here. Come here. Let me show you. You see LaShonda? You see LaShonda on the pole right now? Yeah. How you think LaShonda got like that? Before the music videos, bro. Before the music videos. How you think she got like that? Bro, you don't see the cheerleaders, bro? Oh, you thinking it look cute and innocent. That's stripping right there, bro. You think they cheerleader. Bro, all the cheers that she's doing is throwing up her legs, bro. Me as a little boy, when I was in school, I was looking at that a bit strange. Like, those are pretty girls, but they're doing things that strippers do. They're throwing their legs up. This don't look right. Like, this don't look genuine. This look like a program. And what be funny is this. Majority of them come out as the program that was installing them. Because they looking at it like, if I'm doing cheerleader, I can just strip and do this for everybody. Like, no. And no one's going to accept it. You got it? Because it was self-destruction. No one wants to partner with anyone that is doing self-destructing things. Do you understand? Come here. You thinking you designed yourself? The gym teacher. Right. That was the pimp that made you into what? A cheerleader, a stripper. So with that being said, you didn't see that setup coming, right? Everyone lying. And when they lie, they play as a disguise. Right. Let me ask you a question. That's called the teacher. Woman, look at me when I'm talking to you. Teach her. Teach her. Teach her. Teach her. Teach her how to become a stripper. Listen to me. I'm not promoting you to be like that. But if you decode woman, you'll become a little bit more smarter to yourself. Teach her, yes, how to be a what? Cheerleader. That is what? A cleanful version of saying stripper. You get it? You get it? Hopefully you got it. You can go strip if you want to. I ain't got nothing to do with that, though. They designed you like that, too. From school. Yeah. Just like they was trying to design me to, kill myself and then kill other men, too. You get it? You do understand that the things that you are embracing, woman, or trying to normalize, my brother, it's not helping you. It's not. Doing enslavement in your mind, as in, let me show you what I'm talking about. Just like sports is all rigged. Yes. Let's get into this shit, though. When it comes down to this is what I'm going to speak on. When we see others, right, that are doing self-uplifting things, And we, right, that have not got there yet, stop doing the scene of the Django. Stop doing that shit. That shit don't even look right. Like, you gotta think about it. Your enemy programs you to look at me like that. I'm out here whooping their ass for you because you won't stand the fuck up for yourself. And then you look at me like I'm the motherfucking problem. We sick of that shit as the ancestors in this bitch. And what's gonna happen is this: that hateful spirit that you embody, right, is going to forever destroy you. You're not realizing when you say to yourself, and you look at your brother, right, and you say to me, yeah, I'm gonna do something to him. You're in a time of self-destruction. I'm not in a time of self-destruction. I have what? Connection. We all connected. Are you connected to your higher self? No, you're not. But I am. We can communicate and give you a reality. Your higher self give you a reality of what? Fucked upness. There you go. They call it karma. No, it ain't karma. It's called I know myself. You don't know yourself. I speak to your higher self. Higher self fuck you up. Because we all connected, right? I thought so. Is you connected to your higher self? Because if you was, when you see me, you wouldn't have did what the fuck they did on Django, looking at me like I'm crazy. How dare you be better? How dare you supposed to be down here with us, getting beat by Massa? You know what I'm talking about? Self-destruction program. You know what I'm talking? Fuck you doing up there? Fuck you and your master. I'm the light-skinned one that they put inside of this. I'm the light-skinned one, yes, that they put inside of what? The house? Yes. They look at me like, oh, he innocent and cute. What are the explosives up right here? Blow this whole shit up. Because what they do, they put the dark-skinned ones on the outside and they try to put the light-skinned ones in the inside. And I look at them all the same. I'm the worst one. Because I'll be like, yeah, I like you. Because you look like you. Yeah, motherfucker think I'm him. Fuck him. Fuck over his whole bloodline. I be the one coming out with the big ass gun, and everybody looking at me like, bro, he just blew up the damn house, and he giddy upping. You sure am? Is you gonna ride away into the sunset? Is you? Or is your ass gonna stay there by Master House and the shit done blew the fuck up? I do that. Why do you think the programs don't show you information like that? Yeah, because what Master like to do? The light-skinned ones can stay in the inside. Yeah, put me in the inside. I'm going to fuck over your whole shit. Go ahead. Put me in the inside. Put me in the inside. C4, blow up. I need that gun. I need everything. I'm the wrong one. I'm not the one that's, yes, Master. Wait, Master. Whatever you say, Master. I'm like, this your master? Hold on. The same one with the same head tie. This is your master? Yeah. Oh, okay, no problem. Cool. Do them like the Haitians do them. This your family? Oh, this your family. You know how the Haitians move. Knock you down with your oppressor. Now, yo, you look at my subscribers one more time, bro? 135? I'm going to say this. We was about to get into that, but it seemed like the subscribers, just being real with y'all, I got to cut this thing off because y'all not really meeting my requirements. So I had to stand on my line of what I draw. I can't be a liar to myself. So it seemed as though like people can't meet the requirements, right? Which means I can't meet the requirement for you. I gave you enough information in order for you to look at that information and apply that information intel to your mind. Understand? Now, listen, for the ones that subscribe, great. We would do a personal live for you talking about the technology of the mind along with the technology of the produce, right? Later on, only on YouTube, not on TikTok. I will come back. What time it is, bro? 7:53. I will come back probably around on YouTube, 5 p.m. Hold on, do it a little bit later. Do it a little bit later because they got work and shit. Bro got an assistant, myself. What's the name? The same name that you see at the top without the number. I'll put it in the queue real quick. And what I would do is simply is this. I would talk about the technology of the mind along with the technology of the produce, because a lot of people are getting produce confused and not understanding that it's actually technology. We're explaining different things and we're not understanding like, yo, everything that we integrate with comes from the original technology of us. We're not even understanding that we're technology. So we're going to talk about that around, let's say 8 p.m. I will come on YouTube, let you know, hey, I'm going to YouTube. You pop in on YouTube, right? And we'll start talking about that whole live. I'm not going to do that live. This the bullshit I'm talking about. Hmm. All they gonna do is give it right back to you. Well, somebody just got me suspended real quick. And they don't give it right back to you. They gonna look at it and you don't even appeal it. They gonna look at it and they gonna give it right back to you. So anybody that's on YouTube. So listen. Everybody that's on YouTube, right? We're gonna do. There you go. Hey, another subscriber. We're gonna do another live on YouTube around probably like 8 p.m. Okay. So tune in around 8 p.m. and we'll talk about the technology of the mind integrating with the technology of the produce. Okay. All right. See y'all later. Have a nice one.